Hi, my name is Kevin England. I'm the CEO, President of Vonazon. Vonazon is a full-service digital marketing agency based outside of Los Angeles, California. Welcome back to Ask Away Wednesday, where people ask me questions about different things as it pertains to the marketing industry. And this week, I got a question on how do I get on the front page of Google? So there's really no short answer on how to get on the front page of Google. But maybe the better question might be, how can I create content that is relevant enough for Google algorithms to put me on the front page of their search engine? So let me start off by keywords. Everybody understands keywords because we all do it every day. Basically, keywords are those words or phrases that we put into a search engine search line or internet users to develop within a search engine. And there's multiple types of keywords. There's your basic keywords, your single keywords. Like if I was looking for a marketing company or something like that, I would just type in marketing. That might give me a lot of searches. But if I wanted to get more specific, I could type in marketing automation. Or if I want to use something what we call long tail keywords, I could say which marketing automation software is best for my business. Now, if you wrote a blog that actually had that exact title in it, you'd be in, because basically Google will pull that up to the front page. So some keywords are searched thousands of times a day, tens of thousands of times a day, and others are far less frequent. Keywords that are searched more often are much more competitive. So keep that in mind as we move through this process. Keep in mind also that when you're focusing on getting on the front page of Google, that it really all comes back to your website and your content. Each page of your website has specific targeted keywords for each of those keywords that you want to rank for. And we use something called meta tags and meta descriptions. Now, maybe some of you have heard that before, but that is the website coding that we use on the back end that basically associates to different pages, pictures, and other things that might be on your website. These meta tags and meta descriptions, they're invisible to anyone who comes to your website, but Google uses this information to measure the relevance of a topic or a web page. So, I'm being told that more people have come on board, so I'm going to introduce myself again. My name is Kevin England. I'm the CEO, President of Vonazon. Vonazon's a full-service digital marketing agency. And at Ask Away Wednesday, where I was asked the questions on how do I get on the front page of Google. And I figure the better question, as I mentioned earlier, was how do I create content that will get me on the front page of Google? So let me kind of move forward there. I've already talked about keywords. Now I'm going to jump into things about content. Content is truly king. It's always been king. And so you want to make sure you're developing out relevant content. It's not enough to develop out content that you want to develop out content that really serves a purpose. So let me explain it that way. You want content that's going to be relevant to your business. So let me start with blogs. So B2B marketers that use blogs get 67% more leads than those that don't. Keep that in mind as you're developing this out. The value is key. Educate your customers based on your industry. Answer specific types of questions with the content that you create, and provide resources, which is another thing that you could potentially do. The average website has anywhere between 5 and 10 different pages that are updated very infrequently, sometimes less than a year. By publishing at least one article per week, you can double the amount of unique pages and even triple the amount of unique pages in a short period of time. You could go from 5 to 50 pages in a year without a problem, especially if you're looking at creating a blog a week. Google loves new content, so continually create new content. Because your website will be consistently updated with relevant and updated content, Google will consider you more of an authority and rank you higher. So keep that in mind. That's why blogs are an important part of this process. Other methods of updating information: pricing guides, great method. Photos from events, another great method. Infographics, white papers, brochures, downloadable information. Keep it coming with relevant new content and you will stay higher up on the rankings. Use images and photos, but remember, when you create new images and photos, there's another back-end thing called alt tags. Update those alt tags with those keywords. That'll help with your SEO. You're creating quality content, but if you want people to notice you, you can't be the only one talking about that content. Links to your content from other sources are called backlinks. Backlinks are an essential way to drive new traffic to your website. So what are backlinks? Backlinks tell Google that you're a reputable source of information. And some methods of backlinks could be guest posting on magazines or news articles, posting your blogs to external pages. Different press releases could be another great way to do that. Listing yourself in different directories, posting on all kinds of forums, just consistently putting your information out there and linking it back to relevant articles and information on your website. Great way to do that. Backlinks need to be contextual. They should be from sites that are relevant to your field or industry. So, for example, let's say you're an architectural firm. Receiving links from a clothing manufacturer, that's really not going to help your SEO a great deal. Think quality over quantity. You want referrals from authoritative and relevant websites that are part of your industry. And by the way, they also can create referral traffic, which is another positive thing as well. Don't cheat. Let me say again, don't cheat. It might be tempting to try to cheat the system to achieve faster results. But take my advice. It's not going to work out the way you hoped it would. Google's very smart. Their algorithms and their bots know when you've stolen information from somebody else's website, images, or copy. If Google catches you in stealing somebody else's work or trying to cheat the system by hiring some guy to basically develop out millions of backlinks, you'll be penalized. And getting off of their blacklist is extremely difficult. It can take months and even years to get off Google's blacklist. Are there methods to check errors on your websites and things like that to ensure better optimization with your search keywords? Make sure all your links work. Make sure your spelling and your grammar is accurate and correct. Also, page speed. Page speed is really important. So if you've got those really heavy images, tailor them down, make them smaller. Don't make them so big. Your page has to flow quickly in order to be ranked properly. Keep in mind that SEO is a long-term investment. Think of it like you're building a house from the ground up. There's a lot of work and time that goes into that. But however, if you're looking for a quicker fix or an easier way to get on the front page of Google, well, you can always pay for it. You know, that's pay-per-click and ads and things like that. And if you're willing to pay for those types of ads, then yeah, you're going to get guaranteed to be on the front page of Google, which is awesome. But also keep in mind that different keywords will have different costs associated to them. So that's how you have to kind of think of that. And how much a keyword costs is really dependent on the popularity of the keyword. Basically, how many people are trying to rank for that keyword, which is the popularity, and how many people actually type in that keyword. So, for example, if you're trying to rank for the word soda, let's say, you're going to go up against the industry giants. All the big guys are looking for that keyword. And so you might not be able to compete, and if you do, it's going to cost you a fortune in order to get that single click. So, but a long tail keyword might work for you. Let's say you want to rank for a soda shop in Eagle River, Wisconsin. All right, you might rank for that, and you actually might come up on the front page. And that's using more of a long tail keyword, and hopefully people are searching for that type of information. Ultimately, understanding the algorithms that will get you placed on the front page of Google is partly science and kind of partly art. It takes a lot of time, dedication from yourself and your team, and you have to be consistent. However, the key is your website content. By regularly creating quality, relevant content that delivers to your customers is the best way to go about this, and that's how you're going to achieve your success. Over time, and again, over time, your rank and reputation will increase, and more potential customers will find you organically rather than you having to pay for it. So keep that in mind. So of course, as I mentioned, you definitely can pay to get on the front page, which is a great way to go about it. I really suggest a hybrid approach. Focus on the relevant content, get your organic moving, and then of course you can take a look at paying for it. And then eventually when you get on the front page organically, you don't have to pay for it anymore. All right, so at the end of the day, increasing rank on Google can happen in a variety of ways, and it's really just up to you to keep your content relevant on your website and making sure that you're updating those meta tags and meta descriptions and creating those backlinks. So that pretty much is it. Do we have any questions?
We do. Should I optimize my page URLs to include keywords?
All right, so the question was, should I optimize my page URLs to include keywords? It's a great question. So when you're looking at your website, you want to be able to look at the URL that's at the top of the website, match that to your keywords, and then also match that to your header text, as well as you want to match that to maybe the keywords within the first paragraph of the content that's on your website. If those three match, then you're going to be better off. Plus, Google looks at web pages having anywhere between 500 and 750 words on that page. So try to bring those keywords into that relevant content throughout that process. Don't go too crazy with it, but if you do that, then you will rank for that page and you'll rank for those keywords. Any other questions? All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming back to Ask Away Wednesday. We appreciate you coming. Make sure that you throw a bunch of questions at us. We'd be happy to answer them next week. Look forward to seeing you then. Take care.